Well, our project is a growth site. We located a piece of land which was owned by our local C of E church, and it was behind one of their buildings, completely derelict. And so we created 10 beds there, and we created a water butt where we harvested the rainwater. We created a shed, put our tools in, and we had asked Neighbours to fund the project to get it off the ground. If you're going to ask for any kind of money, you've got to show that it's not just for the benefit of yourselves or your particular group, but it has wider social benefits. And it helps if you can show that by starting this project that it's going to be sustainable and it's going to last. Don't concentrate all the time on what you're doing, but all the wider benefits that it can offer. We're not attached to any particular church ourselves. Everybody who joined in the project, it was a residents' association, and as the area we live is multi-faith, multi-ethnic, and our membership of the residents' association isn't based on any particular group. It's open to everybody who lives in our area, and so even before we started we had a mixture of people from all areas of life. So that was our first insurance, and then after that where we had the piece of land was really predominantly a Kashmiri Muslim area, so we were hoping to attract people from that area into our project. That didn't particularly work out, but that wasn't our particular fault. That was, I think, perhaps the conditions the landlord put down as to how the keys were distributed to this piece of land that we were working. I think basing it on the interests of the people there. So we started as a gardening group, and then we located this piece of land and we're working there. So the people who actually are working there are interested in gardening predominantly, but they also, a lot of people came along who had a need for company, wanted to widen their social network, and enjoyed coming down and both gardening and socialising at the same time. So it was a nice mixture and something interesting for people to do. Well, I think that the main difficulty was trying to communicate our vision of what we wanted so that other people would buy into it. Well, principally the people who owned the land, who we weren't particularly members of that church, though we were, one or two of our members were, and we do know members of the church, but they have their own agenda and their own take on what that land should be used for. So it was trying to persuade them that it would be of social benefit for everyone and for the whole community, and it was not particularly a narrow use of the land. It was something that could grow into something quite unique for the area. I think it probably changed the aims a bit. I think we found that the value of it was perhaps the fellowship it created and the spin-offs that came from that into other wider activities, and so perhaps not be so ambitious about changing the neighbourhood, but more or less bringing people together and then seeing what could develop from people's interests and how one person's resources could match somebody else's needs.